Pimp and I we've had a couple of interesting days. We had the day with Marshmallow, and then a couple of days ago, we went to the Tribeca Film Festival premiere of New York Nico, friend of the show, shout out New York Nico's movie, Out of Order, which is about this comedian, Kareem, who needs to take a shit for 19 minutes. That was the movie. And
beautiful art,
and all cameos from all the classic New York characters. Before the movie is fantastic. Go see the movie Out of Order. I don't know I guess Tribeca Film Festival, select theaters, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be released on YouTube eventually.
Yeah, just Google it. Tribeca Film Festival, New York Nico's Out of Order. I'm not exactly sure where to see it, but go check it out. But before the show, there was a talent show. Now, and that is where my ticket, because I love the movie, but really where I got my money's worth was watching that talent show. Let me set the stage. First of all, it was outside in Battery Park City by the water. So you have beautiful ships and sunset to the right, restaurant to the left, outdoors, helicopters and planes flying over. And then the talent show begins, and the first man up is a stand-up comic that I've never heard of. I don't know. He was in the movie. And listen, I'm telling you this, knowing I've been in this situation, I know how hard this is. But I will tell you, doing comedy 12 years, okay, I would say at this point in my career, I've seen it all. I have never in my life seen someone bomb the way this man bombed. I mean a full, absolute zero. For 7 to 8 minutes, I can take anything. Because almost like a part of being a comic is you get a little jaded, where in the sense of like things that others can laugh in unison at. Sometimes it gets hard for me because I'm like, you get self-centered where I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Or, oh, I've heard that bit before. Like your brain just goes. So I'm never really in it with comedy because I'm like, whatever. But I was in it, sitting in the audience. And again, normally, I don't care. It's like a doctor doesn't get grossed out by death anymore, or surgery. Surgeon doesn't get do it. So, they develop like a thick skin to it. I wanted to jump in the Hudson River, how uncomfortable I was at the way this man was bombing. I mean, a zero. And to make it even worse, what his bit was, is he brought an audience member on stage, just a regular guy, and then this comedian went off stage with the microphone and told the audience member who was now on stage in front of 1,000 people to just act out his bits. So now the comedian, actually was kind of a smart move by him, gets to kind of go backstage and not feel the bomb. He's just reading his jokes that are truly horrific. And this man on stage is acting out the bomb. So now this man who was just sitting there enjoying the show has to face the heat of a bomb. And I will give that audience member credit because he stood up there and just took it. But I was like, and that was to start the show. And I'll tell you this, and he was, and this was, and dude, there was a man dressed up as a rat who was jumping off garbage cans, running in and out of the alleys.
I love that guy.
That guy's wild. I know Pimp was like, do you want to do a soundbite with the rat? I said no. That's one of the only times I've said no to Pimp. I said, I'm not doing a soundbite with that rat because it was creeping me out. That guy's rat was creeping me out. And then we had a woman with a hula hoop on. This woman looked like Jamie Lee Curtis. She did a hula hoop thing, which I thought was pretty good.
Did you like her speech? That was moving.
Yeah, she gave a moving speech about New York and how she lost her accent. I was like, lady, just spin the fucking hoop. Then we had...
was that your first time watching a musician bomb?
Yes. So the musician... the
guitar guy did good.
The guitar guy did good. Dan Smith teaches you guitar. Dan, if you're from New York, you've seen this flyer.
Explain the bit.
So Dan Smith teaches you guitar he has posters up all over the city that just says Dan Smith teaches you guitar. And he's had it since the late 90s. He started doing this.
And they're just shitty flyers he tapes all over town.
But nobody's ever seen him. A couple of people said that you run into him once in a while, but he actually performed a song about how New York is back, and it was actually probably the best performance of the night.
That was the coolest moment, I thought.
Well, he's a real musician. The thing is with Dan Smith is,
Well, confirmed now.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
That was cool. Gorilla Nems was good, who's been on the
Gorilla's
podcast,
great.
Fuck Your Life, who's been on the podcast. He was great. He closed the show.
He's a true headliner.
He's a true headliner. He closed the show. He did a great job. But the kid, what was that kid's name?
Little Wolverine? I don't know. Tic Tac? No, Tic Tac were the dancers.
Tic Tac the dancers were good.
Cool,
they were doing cool acrobatic stuff. Very cool. But yo something.
And they were trying their hardest. It's tough. Tough.
He was on stage. This rapper, Yo Something, was on stage and said in the middle of his song, I forgot the lyrics. And then just started going, yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo.
Dude, when your song bombs, it's a lot harder to pull out than comedy.
Comedy, because the thing is when you bomb in comedy, at least I can kind of pivot into something else. I can improv. A song, it's like I've started the song.
To give that kid some credit, like that audience was like white bread, bro. They did not want to hear rap.
Do you think most of that audience didn't even know like who New York Nico was? Like Tribeca Film Festival people?
No, those people read it in New York Times and came there. Like, no, that was a white audience, no?
Yeah, it was. Joe Firestone went on. She's a great comic. She did very well. They had asked me if I wanted to be part of the talent show or judge the talent show a month ago, and I said no. Or I said I would judge it.
But that footage would have been so good of you just up there just screaming about the vaccine.
I am so happy that I did not do that because, I mean, it was...
Oh, I would have loved it.
The worst situation you can put a comedian in is probably outdoor comedy. By the water.
I felt bad for everybody there.
Now, the girl...
was so tough.
What about the girl who was a rapper with that guy? Did she bomb? She was okay.
She had great energy, but there's no crowd. You're not. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard to really do a concert energy.
What? Yeah.
You saw the crowd responded to acoustic guitar. It was like the Chappelle bit.
Yeah. The crowd did respond to a Dan Smith teaching you acoustic guitar. It was a very interesting, but it was we had a fun New York night.
No, it was awesome. Every New York freak in the world. It was awesome, dude. That was ground zero for freakdom.
Yeah. Then I went out to eat. Okay, at this place called Monty's on the West Village, and I had tortellini and Alfredo sauce, eggplant parm, almost all of Vinny's chicken marsala, tiramisu, tartufo, and then I got home. We were drunk off our faces, drinking, wound up at the Soho House. I was drinking beers. I got home at 2 o'clock in the morning and had 3 slices of leftover pizza with adobo on it. And I woke up today and I was like, why do I want to kill myself? I literally woke, and then I went into the gym and I got down into my underwear and started squatting, and then Pimp walked in.
That was hilarious. I mean, and your kid's playing with Play-Doh, and you're just naked squatting.
I was naked squatting in my house. My kids playing with Play-Doh, and Jasmine, because every time I squat, my toes go up. Jasmine was trying to sit on my toes to keep my toes down, so it just looked like I was teabagging the top of her head every time I was squatting when my daughter's playing with Play-Doh and Pimp's filming it. We'll throw that at patreon.com/ChristyComedy too. Who gives a shit?